December 29th, 2024, Daily Bread. Ruth chapter 4, verse 1 through 22. Key verse 14. Title, Boaz and Ruth Get Married. Meanwhile, Boaz went up to the town gate and sat down there just as the guardian redeemer he had mentioned came along. Boaz said, "Come over here, my friend, and sit down." So he went over and sat down. Boaz took 10 of the elders of the town and said, "Sit here." And they did so. Then he said to the guardian redeemer, "Naomi, who has come back from Moab, is selling a piece of land that belonged to our relative Elimelech. I thought I should bring the matter to your attention and suggest that you buy it in the presence of these seated here, and in the presence of the elders of my people. If you will redeem it, do so. But if you will not, tell me, so I will know. For no one has the right to do it except you, and I am the next in line." "I will redeem it," he said. Then Boaz said, "On the day you buy the land from Naomi, you also acquire Ruth the Moabite, the dead man's widow, in order to maintain the name of the dead with his property." At this, the guardian redeemer said, "Then I cannot redeem it, because I might endanger my own estate. You redeem it yourself. I cannot do it." Now, in earlier times in Israel, for the redemption and transfer of property to become final, one party took off his sandal and gave it to the other. This was the method of legalizing transactions in Israel. So the guardian redeemer said to Boaz, "Buy it yourself." And he removed his sandal. Then Boaz announced to the elders and all the people, "Today you are witnesses that I have bought from Naomi all the property of Elimelech, Kilion, and Mahlon. I have also acquired Ruth the Moabite, Mahlon's widow, as my wife, in order to maintain the name of the dead with his property, so that his name will not disappear from among his family or from his hometown. Today you are witnesses." Then the elders and all the people at the gate said, "We are witnesses. May the Lord make the woman who is coming into your home like Rachel and Leah, who together built up the family of Israel. May you have standing in Ephrathah and be famous in Bethlehem. Through the offspring the Lord gives you by this young woman, may your family be like that of Perez, whom Tamar bore to Judah." So Boaz took Ruth, and she became his wife. When he made love to her, the Lord enabled her to conceive, and she gave birth to a son. The women said to Naomi, "Praise be to the Lord, who this day has not left you without a guardian redeemer. May he become famous throughout Israel. He will renew your life and sustain you in your old age. For your daughter-in-law, who loves you and who is better to you than 7 sons, has given him birth." Then Naomi took the child in her arms and cared for him. The women living there said, "Naomi has a son." And they named him Obed. He was the father of Jesse, the father of David. This then is the family line of Perez. Perez was the father of Hezron. Hezron the father of Ram. Ram the father of Amminadab. Amminadab the father of Nahshon. Nahshon the father of Salmon. Salmon the father of Boaz. Boaz the father of Obed. Obed the father of Jesse. And Jesse the father of David. Daily Bread Message. Boaz went to the town gate to find the man who had the first right to redeem Ruth's late husband's family. The man showed interest in buying the property of Naomi and Ruth, but did not want to take the responsibility of taking Ruth, the Moabite woman, as his wife to redeem Naomi and her late husband's family. He agreed to turn the duty and right to Boaz in front of the witnessing elders. Having taken care of all legal and customary matters, Boaz brought Ruth home as his wife. Ruth gave birth to a son, whom they named Obed, meaning servant of God. This child later became the father of Jesse, who was the father of King David. As Naomi embraced this child and cared for him as her grandson, her bitter sorrow turned to joy. Ruth loved and comforted her in a way that no son could have done. This chapter shows the blessings that godly people received. Boaz received a godly woman as his wife. Ruth was redeemed by a kind and providing husband. Naomi received a grandchild and saw God's provision in her life. We receive numerous gifts when we choose to honor God, and the greatest among all is Jesus, the Redeemer. Prayer. Father, thank you for giving me this new life in Jesus. I praise your name for this redemption. One word, God renews and sustains life.